Very different from TINiBU?
I think there's some similarity. I think they both wanted to be presidents for more personal reasons than anything else. I think they have labored in the political process for so long that it became about them. And that's the wrong reason to seek for political power. You want power so that you can govern people and improve things. It must never be about you.
Are you worried, though, because of the talks that we hear about the possibility of Kashim Shettima not being used for a second term?
I don't know whether I should worry or not. To be honest with you, I hear a lot of things.
But you are closer to the vice president than to the president.
I am. I've always been.
In that
I was
sense,
never close.
It was Kashim Shettima who came to you and said, "Look,
Yes.
come work with us."
Yes.
And in that sense, some level of affinity still exists between both of you.
Yes.
And the kind of character that you think that he is, or that you know that he is, what kind of political bend do you think this will be for him, for Northeast politics, for Borno State, and for those who are a lover of Kashim Shettima, if he's dropped?
To be honest, I would ask, if there is some element of truth in this, I would ask, what would be the motive of the president for dropping Kashim Shettima? On the basis of what I know of him, he's an extremely loyal, very competent, very hardworking vice president, who is an asset to the president, both politically and in person. And so I'll be very curious to find out what it is that makes all these stories about dropping him. I think somewhere along the line, to be honest, I think the president should have done something a long time ago. The president, if all these stories about dropping the vice president for somebody else, another northern vice president, maybe a Christian, maybe going somewhere else, if all these things had absolutely no iota of truth, it would have taken only one thing, Shio. The president directly and personally saying, stop this nonsense. I have confidence in my vice president. I work well with him. I'm happy with him. And I want this nonsense to stop about me dropping him now or in the future. I will take a decision about who will be my running mate in 2027 when we get there. In the meantime, we have work to do. But he didn't say that. His people didn't say that.
Does that sound like a tacit endorsement
it's worrying.
Of the undercurrent?
Let me just say it's worrying. If what I have said is exactly what the president thinks, you should have said it. If he doesn't say it exactly the way I have, but he should have found a way. But it must come from him, and it must be direct, and it must be emphatic.
2027, there are those who imagine maybe TINiBU has offended some of you in the North, some of the leaders of the North. What did you do?
I don't know if we're the only people he has offended, and if we've been offended at all. Well, I don't know. Can I ask you a question for a change?
Go ahead,
what
sir.
makes you ask that question?
Because there are feelers that we get, and as a journalist, I hear it a lot. And that it seems to be that politically TINiBU might be in trouble. I even heard now that Kwankwaso might be going into the APC. There are a lot of movement. But those who say, in fact, I heard in the background, in Katsina, the burial of the late president, former president, there are those who say, look, as soon as Buhari is dead, they are no longer supporting the APC. There seems to be some tension from the North.
Did you see the video where the Emir of Dora was standing up and saying TINiBU, TINiBU, TINiBU to the wife of the president? Did you see it?
I saw that.
In his palace. You saw it? I don't know. I see the North, when people say things like the North, the North is very complex. There is a layer there that is very difficult to judge, because it either is afraid of politics or it's politics itself. TINiBU's record is not very good across the country. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that President TINiBU looks at the North as a huge potential asset and thinks, well, maybe I should change where I pick my VP. Northeast is only like maybe 60-40.
His outing was very poor then.
Where would he go? He has to go to the North. That's settled.
That's it.
He can't pick a vice president from the southern part of the country. He can, but the law doesn't say. The law
that would be absurd, isn't it?
No, but the law, you know the funny thing about it?
The law
doesn't say he can't pick. And we had a presidential candidate leader who picked his running mate from the south. You know who he was?
Who?
Ao.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? He did. And well, different time, different circumstances, maybe different law.
Yeah.
But the law doesn't. Okay, so TINiBU thinks, maybe I should drop a northeasterner. Not because he's not good, but because I'm looking to boost my votes. So let me go somewhere else. Where would he go? Let's take North Central. In all likelihood, you can't go to North Central and pick another Muslim. So you've sacrificed two things. You've sacrificed the Northeast for North Central. You've sacrificed the Muslim running mate for a non-Muslim. Risk. 3, you have offended the Muslims. The people who walked every inch of the way with you, the Muslim ticket, will now say, you see, we got him into the presidency. He spends 4 years. Now he wants to ditch us and go to the Christians. Now the religious issue is very, very risky here.
Yeah.
So if he goes to the North Central, in all likelihood, or maybe he stays in the Northeast and picks a Christian, those are options. He can't go to the Northwest. Mm-hmm. We just did with the late Buhari, may Allah forgive him.
Yeah.
So going Northwest is a bit risky. They've had too much on their plate. But if he wants to, Kano is there. One of the popular things people say, but you know the result between the gap between NNPP in Kano and APC
is over 500,000.
Yes, it's over 500,000.
Yeah,
but
over a million.
For the population of Kano, that's not too much. And so what you gain if you pick somebody from Kano compared to what you lose, if a lot of people vote against your party, may be very risky.
It will be.
Outside Kano, where could he go? He could go to Kaduna and pick somebody else, and then you have both the religious card, but the Christian element is also going to... Anyway, the point is, all these computations, all these things, I've made this point before. Yeah. You're wasting time on political calculations when you should be focusing on governance. It's the governance thing that you will take to the electorate at the end. It doesn't matter what you think you've done. All these people defected into your party. The bottom line is Nigerians are going to say, what did you do the first 4 years we gave you? Don't take us for granted. We can't vote you out if the election is free and fair. So show us what you've done.
And one major thing that a lot of people and some of us will remind the president about is one of the promises. Not that he inferred, but what he says categorically. If I do not fix electricity, for example,
don't vote for me.
Don't vote for me.
Absolutely.
And that could be an albatross. And
actually, quite a few of them. He didn't specifically say, if I don't stop all the bloodletting.
Yeah.
But he was the president.
Yeah.
So you are a lawyer. The Constitution says the job of the Nigerian state, not just the president, is to secure the citizen and the nation.